What's up YouTube? I'm Josh Newlin, and in this video, fellow D3 college soccer player Caleb Wu and I are going to share our 6 best tips to balance school and soccer, whether you're in high school or college. So I'm sure anyone that's a student athlete, whether you're in high school and especially in college, know how hard, how difficult and tricky it is to balance academics and soccer, your training, your practices with your studying, homework, tests, all of that stuff. It can be very challenging and stressful, and it's something you have to deal with because if you fail, you can't play, and if you don't get good grades in high school, then you're not going to be able to play college sports. So today, Caleb Wu is going to share some of his tips as well as mine, and he's also a D3 college soccer player at Anna Maria College. Link to his channel is up here. Number 1 and first tip is you got to make a good schedule or routine. You've got to have time already set aside for going to class, obviously, doing homework, studying, practicing, lifting. Anyone that's successful at anything has a schedule and a routine. You don't become successful by just spontaneously training and studying and doing it whenever you feel like it. You need to have time set out, and it also just saves you that mental energy, and you can just have everything planned out, and then all you have to do is just do it instead of thinking about it and planning it and stressing about when am I going to get this done. You already have time set aside for that. So that's my own first and most important tip for you guys, and I'll send you to Caleb Wu for our next one.
What's up, I'm Caleb Wu, and my first tip and probably most important tip is to get good sleep. Obviously you hear to try and sleep 8 to 10 hours a day, and sometimes as a college soccer player it seems impossible. But if you can get 8 to 10 hours, even if you have to take some naps during the day, it's definitely going to help you be more efficient and get your schoolwork done and manage soccer, so when you have practices you have a clear mind. I try putting my phone on my desk so it's out of reach during the night, so I'm not scrolling on Instagram or on YouTube, and it just helps me to fall asleep faster.
So the third tip is prioritizing. Like Caleb said, sleep and rest is really important, and I would say it's the most important because if you don't get your sleep, your 8 hours consistently, everything else in your life is going to go downhill. So sleep should be your first priority. Then as a student athlete, going to class, doing homework, studying, that's your second priority. Third should be soccer, training, practice, weightlifting, health, fitness, all of that stuff. And after that comes your other hobbies, things you want to do, spending time with friends, playing video games here and there. If you're like me and Caleb, making YouTube videos. So prioritize those categories of things you're doing, and then also within those, let's be honest, in college and high school there's a lot of classes where you're not really going to use it once you graduate. It's not going to be part of your career. It might just be something that's required to take, or you're just taking it for the credits to pass it. So when it comes to those classes, study the things that are actually going to be covered on the test so that you can pass those tests, you can get good grades. Sometimes you just need to get the general gist of it. Study the stuff that's on the test first, then in your free time, if you're interested, go and learn those other things that aren't as important. But first and foremost, you got to be passing those classes and also getting good grades. So you've got to get your priorities straight.
My next tip is to do things early, whether it's your assignments, studying film, getting prepared for the next team you're playing, just not doing things last minute. If you have a big assignment due in a couple weeks and you start doing a little each day, it'll help you be less stressed and be more focused when you're on the field.
All right, so number 5 is using your resources. In high school, and especially in college, there's a lot of resources for you there to use. You might not have a super nice lab or other sorts of resources you can use, but just about any college is going to have tutors for you. It's going to have a study hall area, a good library, and a lot of high schools have that as well. So take advantage of whatever you can to get that extra knowledge to help you pass those classes, to do better in class. You can use outside apps to help you learn things. Use Quizlet to memorize flashcards, things like that. There's lots of resources and websites out there as well that can help you pass your class and get through specific topics and subjects as well. You know, nowadays you can access just about anything on your phone that fits in your pocket, and so much of it is free, so take advantage of it. And for the 6th and final tip, which is pretty similar to this one, I'll send you guys back over to Caleb Wu.
My next tip, which I think is very underrated, is not being afraid to ask, whether you're asking your professors for help if you don't understand something. Most professors are willing to help you, and it'll make it look like you actually care about the assignment or what they're talking about. And sometimes they might even just give you a better grade just because you ask a question. Also, just let your coaches know what's going on with your classes. If you have any problems or need any help, a lot of the times they personally know your professors, so just take any advantage you can get. Also, some things you might want to ask your teammates or your captains, just so you have the least amount of things running through your mind so you can be at your best. But thank you, Josh Newlin, for letting me collab with you again. If you haven't checked out the other one, that one's on my channel. But we'll see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe.
Alright guys, so those are our 6 best tips to balance school and soccer, whether you're in high school or college. Big thanks Caleb Wu for making this video with me. Like I said, go check out his channel. He has lots of great vlogs showing you guys what it's actually like to be a student athlete, especially a D3 college soccer player. Link is in the description and in the comments as well. Hopefully some of these tips you haven't heard before and you can apply to your own studies, whether you're in high school or college. Quite a few of these are common sense, but quite a few I think people also don't really think about either. And if you guys could do me a favor and drop your favorite and best tips for others about how to balance school and soccer, if you've done it, if you've been there, you're a student athlete, leave those in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, you want to know more about college soccer, being a student athlete, please subscribe. I make videos every week about college soccer, fitness, health, nutrition, recovery, just the lifestyle, what it's like to be an NCAA student athlete. But thank you guys for watching and for all of your support, and I'll see you on Wednesday.